This is getting interesting. I'm here to tell you exactly what that is in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Hopefully everyone's having a great day today celebrating that huge win over the Padres last night in extra innings. A thrilling win here in the middle of June, early June, of course, regular season baseball. In a game that, of course, had a lot of intensity and, was honestly a really entertaining game to watch. Right? It was one of probably one of the best wins so far of the 2025 season for the Dodgers. But there were some interesting comments made by one of our, star players on this team, a player that's very well respected by the Dodgers and Dodger fans and Major League Baseball fans. Some might say this guy is the best player at his position in baseball right now. He might be the best player at his position in baseball at this current time. So who am I talking about? Am I talking about Ohtani? Am I talking about Mookie Betts? No, I'm talking about Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith, the best catcher right now in baseball, has some interesting comments that he made about yesterday's game at San Diego that Padres fans are not very happy about. And we got a headline this morning from SportsIllustrated.com. What is it? Nelson Espinal wrote this article. And I think it's honestly kind of ridiculous what he's saying in this headline, saying Dodgers All-Star shades Padres after Monday's win, which is honestly kind of ridiculous because this is what Will Smith had to say about Monday's win. So basically, as we know, I think the Padres have made a bigger deal than what this really is. Think about it. I mean, honestly, I think the idea of the rivalry and all the hype and everything isn't really coming from us. It's coming from the San Diego media and the San Diego fan base. And I guess they're pissed off, right? So prior to the game, much was made about the rivalry between the Dodgers and Padres, which is questionable. Is it really a rivalry or not? We kind of talked about it with Brad on the morning show yesterday. For me, it's got to be the Giants, the real rivalry, right? So Will Smith had a pretty interesting comment about yesterday's game, which I would like to hear what everybody thinks about. He said that he didn't feel any extra intensity on Monday compared to any other regular season game. He said it felt like another game in June. That's what Will Smith said. He even had a funny face to go with it. It felt like another game in June. That's what Will Smith had to say about yesterday's win over the Padres, right? It just felt like another game, any other game in June. And, I mean, honestly, I think he's right. I mean, sure, it felt, we were kind of building this up like it's a playoff game and it's super important. But I like Will Smith's attitude here. It's just another game. I mean, the Dodgers and Padres really don't have a real rivalry, right? I mean, this is something that has been pushed, like I said, by San Diego fans, by the San Diego media, trying to build this rivalry up, for many reasons, right? Obviously because the media would love to have a rivalry that's, meaningful between two California teams, another meaningful rivalry. I mean, there's already one with the Dodgers and Giants, so they would love to have two of them, right? Just to be able to, get more of these games on national TV, although they didn't really do that. Think about it, the next couple weeks, I believe the next Tuesday's game is on TBS. That's the only one out of the 7 matchups that we have against San Diego that are on national TV. So really not getting a lot of national coverage, but, that's the thing. What does everybody think? Do you think it felt like any other game in June? Was Will Smith just trying to throw shade as the Padres media was saying, throw shade on San Diego, which is kind of ridiculous, right? I mean, it's another, crybaby move by San Diego. Team that's obviously sore losers. I mean, you saw Manny Machado have a little hissy fit there at the end of the game, talking about, of course, the bad calls and everything. I mean, San Diego's got to be one of the most annoying teams to play, right? I mean, if Will Smith seemed kind of annoyed by the question because these guys are pretty freaking annoying, right? I mean, the San Diego Padres team is an annoying team to play. it's a bunch of, players that think they're better than they really are, because honestly, San Diego hasn't won anything. I mean, these guys have not won anything. They've never even been to the World Series with these core players. They haven't been to the World Series since 1998, and they only been twice to the World Series, and one of those times in 84, they had Steve Garvey, right? A Dodgers legend. So he kind of helped them make the World Series there. So, I mean, really, this team has had no history to speak of whatsoever in comparison to the Dodgers. And that's why they're jealous, right? And, yesterday, sure, it was a bit loud in the first few innings. I think that's kind of what the question was for Will Smith, if he felt like it was, that it was kind of a playoff intense environment. But I really like the answer here from Will Smith. Why give these guys any more importance than what they deserve, right? I mean, I really think the Dodgers have to keep it real when they're playing San Diego, right? I mean, you either think about it. You cannot put the Dodgers and Padres in the same sentence. I mean, you just can't. I mean, I don't know if anybody disagrees with me out there. Maybe there'll be some Padre fans that will jump on this and, of course, start to troll, which is fine. It helps us out. More views, more comments. So I don't care which team you root for. If you're watching us, that's awesome. But, I mean, you cannot put these two teams in the same boat. I mean, you just can't. And I think Will Smith understands that. And I think that's kind of where this comes from, his comments, right? I mean, this is just business as usual for the Dodgers. The Dodgers, think about how they won yesterday's game. They had a pretty bad outing from Dustin May, right? It was not the best pitching performance at all, which has been, the name of the game for the Dodgers the last few weeks. They're not getting good pitching from anybody outside of Clayton Kershaw on Sunday. That was like the first, right, and Yamamoto on Saturday, right? I mean, this weekend, the Dodgers had some pretty good pitching from their starting pitchers on Saturday and Sunday, both day game starts, and that's been about it. Outside of that, it has not been good whatsoever. And for the Dodgers to get yesterday's win, despite having pretty bad pitching, is not a good sign for San Diego at all. I mean, this is the worst case scenario for them. Scoring 7 runs and still losing the game 8-7. I mean, it's the worst. I mean, it doesn't get, worse for them. The Dodgers, on the other hand, they're basically solidifying the idea that they're better and they're favored to win the World Series. They're favored to win the National League West. There's no doubt about it, right? I mean, the Dodgers are clearly favored to do it. San Diego has no business being here with the Dodgers in terms of legends or rivalries. They're not a real rivalry. This is going to disappear in a few years when the Padres get awful again in 3 or 4 years. And Will Smith, good for him. Don't give these guys any importance. It's just another game in June. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a W. Let's not give these guys any sort of importance. It's not a rivalry. I don't know what everybody thinks out there. Make sure to subscribe, and let's go Dodgers. Woo!